Howdy, y'all. Welcome to another Wednesday in a row here, if you will. With EEP Pulling Videos, Kendra, and EEP Live, all that good stuff. And it's just antique tractor time right now for JR. And JR's having a good time.
Good.
The only thing I'm not having a good time with is the wind. The wind is killing me at these events. But what do you expect for October, right?
Take the good with the bad, unfortunately.
Absolutely. But anyway, Kendra, how are you?
I am tired.
Yeah.
It's a quarterly month in the tax world, and that means we're a little extra busy, but November is almost here.
Yes.
November is almost here.
Yes, it is.
I think we're down to what? 4 more business days in October?
Yeah, something like
we'll
that.
We'll get through it.
But we have Anthony Arnold's going to be coming on here shortly. That would be another antique pool I plan to attend this Saturday in Sealands Grove, Pennsylvania, at the Middle Creek Valley Antique Association. Also have a couple of the Delmarva guys coming on, Olin Simpkins and Richard McIntyre Jr. or R2. Of course, my phone's dinging, so that usually means help. I can't get on. But anyway, Kendra, you got some diesels and dark corner stuff. We'll cut you loose with that, and when these other folks get on here, we'll worry about going on to some antique stuff coming up. So.
Yep. Just want to plug again the Diesels and Dark Corners pool down in White Plains, Georgia. I was actually just checking the weather today, and of course, it's going to be 80 degrees and beautiful down there up until Wednesday afternoon, and then it's going to go down and be in the high 50s. It's like it knows we're coming. So, still going to be a beautiful time, not calling for any of that nasty R word. So, yeah, should be a good weekend. A little bit chilly, but it'll be okay. The engines will like that. They're going to be having 6 classes Friday and Saturday night. It's going to be the 2.6 diesel trucks, 3.0 diesel trucks, the Pro Stock 3.6 trucks, Super Stocks, Pro Farm tractors, and 4.1 Hot Street semis. Starting time will be 6 o'clock on Friday and 5 p.m. on the 4th. Admission is $20 a person, $10 if you have military ID. Kids 10 and under are going to be free.
I got to interrupt you real quick. I apologize. I'm getting notifications that for 2 weeks in a row, actually, this is an actual problem again this week. YouTube and Facebook are not communicating together. I just got information sent to me that nothing's on Facebook. I could not get them to connect, actually, again. So I apologize for that. EEP Pulling Videos, all one word, and click on the live link, and you'll see the live link for this show. If you are a subscriber, you would have gotten a notification. Therefore, subscribe. But anyway, please like, subscribe, share. But that is going to be a problem tonight. It is not linked to Facebook again. And this is an actual big problem tonight. I tried to go in before we went live, before Kendra even come in backstage, and I could not get them to link together. I don't know what's going on. I did get a message that said they have been notified about it, and they are working on the problem. StreamYard is. So, okay, sorry. Best I can do.
But yes, back to Diesels and Dark Corners. They are going to be live streaming this event. The guys over at Beer Money are going to be doing that. So beermoneypulling.tv. Beer Money Pulling is all one word. And going to have live stream both nights, $25 per night or $45 for the weekend. Also going to be a kids pedal tractor pull on Saturday at 4 o'clock. As well as a show and shine competition. I believe that starts around like noon or 2 o'clock or something on Saturday. Always a good event down there. I know there is a lot of trucks coming from Pennsylvania in our area. Just about the whole 3.6 class is going to go down. So it's going to be a really good time. Of course, John Mans with his new Super Stocks planning on going down. And quite a bit of the 3.0 and 2.6 guys from this area. I also know of a couple tractors going down. Bradley Seal actually just texted me today, said they plan to head down on Thursday. So just because it says Pro Farm Tractors does not necessarily mean that it's like our class of Pro Farm Tractors. I think they're actually more closely to like a light limited 466 engine with intercoolers and stuff. Always a really good time. I think I saw Hank. Everybody knows Hank.
Oh no. I will not.
How dare you interrupt Kendra?
Hank
You
Oster
did
is going
it.
to
You have control.
I'm sorry, Kendra, go ahead.
Hank Oster's making his way down with the scrapper, which is always a fan favorite. Going to be a good time. If you don't have anything to do next weekend, head on down to White Plains, Georgia. It's only like a 15-hour drive from here in Chambersburg. So
At least.
What else do you
I went to Jessup, and that was quite a hike.
Yeah. I was actually talking with Josh and Brandy last weekend, and I think we looked at the map, and Jessup was like 2 hours further south. Yeah. So it wouldn't be quite as far as Jessup. So.
Yeah, Jessup, Georgia is a hike and a half.
Yeah.
We had a convoy going down, and I'm the only sucker that had a motorhome. 460 ran as hard as it could until we started running out of gas, getting off the interstate. And I was doing the NASCAR weave to keep the vehicle running, literally. And we pulled in there, and guess what? It shut off. And the pumps weren't working. Remember that story?
Oh, I do remember that.
To get gas, I'd sit there and wait.
Sounds like somebody should have said they needed gas sooner than they actually needed.
I was in a hurry. Anyway, Anthony Arnold has yet to join us. Hopefully, I told him 8-ish, so hopefully they'll be on. But I'm sorry, were you still into the diesels and dark corners?
Nope. Go on, carry on.
This weekend I did 2 shows this weekend. One at Washington Boro, Pennsylvania on Saturday. Fantastic time. Windy as the Dickens. You got a couple of rain showers. Those guys pushed on some of the fastest. I mean, getting to the sled hooked. And before the roller tractor could get out of the way, it got out of the way enough, they started running. They really kept the show going really good. And Neil Fellenbaum and the crew, the Manor FFA, do a wonderful job there. And I highly suggest anybody with antique tractors that pull need to be there. But anyway, yes, I'm directing that towards 2 people below me there. I'm just kidding. I know you're farming and everything. If you get a chance, seriously. Wait a minute, that's a local only pool. I think you got to be within.
That's correct.
The pool. That's correct. My bad. But that is a fantastic pool. They really get the job done. And of course, Sunday we were at Delta here at Mason-Dixon Fairgrounds, and 70 some hooks, and it went quite well. Again, windy as can be, but it was a good pool. Nicole did a good job getting people again lined up to the track. Once things got going, it ran pretty well. So I'm waiting on results from that event. That's why you haven't seen a video from there yet. We put a couple up from Washington Boro, and we're still also got plenty to go for Glad Hills too. So 3 really good antique events, and I'm really looking forward to this Saturday at Selinsgrove. So my antique guys down below me, Richard McIntyre Jr. and Olin Simpkins. What's your pulling plans here in the near future?
Well, this weekend there's 3 really good polls this weekend. Mm-hmm. There is the Selinsgrove poll. Anthony Arnold hopefully shows up to talk about it. I understand that Williams Grove has a good one too. Southern Maryland has a good one. Teresa
Bean and Sean Bean.
Yep, they have a good one going on down there. So you have 3 locations this week, wherever you're at, you can get to. Or you might have a couple on waiting for you. Hey, it's what it is. Then the following weekend is White Pine, Tennessee. Begin the national pools, the big indoors pools. And then we go indoor season from there on. With White Pine. And then the wintertime stuff is always remarkable indoors.
Oh. I want to go to White Pine so bad.
Chatham is March 2nd, isn't it? I think it's something like that. I also believe there's a pool somewhere in there. Harrisburg is like the 23rd 2-day pool, and White Pine also has another pool down there with Josh and his group. They're FFA pool. Then you have Oak Grove in February, which is another big national pool. We have Tunica in December. You have Oklahoma, if you want to go that far. There's some rides.
Tunica, Mississippi is a long drive.
No matter how you do it. Oklahoma's a longer drive.
Yes.
And then we just found out this past week, if you think you got a nasty M, you're going to be in August in Iowa.
Uh-huh.
If you think you got a nasty M farm, Iowa is waiting for you this coming August.
Wow.
Right. The toughest farm M competition out there. And they've already started a major debate on Facebook.
Yes.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
What shouldn't?
Already slinging knives.
Oh, they're throwing them daggers, knives, everything, kitchen tables. They're ready to go.
Man, there's no mouthing and pulling.
Huh?
There's no
Oh,
mouthing
no.
and pulling, is there?
Not at all.
No, everything's good.
Fantastic.
No. I mean,
hear,
you know.
Richard and I are going to be doing a podcast sometime here in the future.
Yes.
And we're going to probably bring this new hook law rule coming in effect that has to do with insurance and sleds. The sled inspector that inspects the sled said he'd come on the show with us.
Good.
Which would be
Let me know.
quite a privilege because it affects antiques
Probably more than most.
And even White Pine said if you don't have a 3 3/4 long hole by 3 inch, don't expect a hook. So
No.
Yes,
We all have to, really. I mean, that's
right. But antiques have been kind of like avoiding that, for some years. So there's some things coming up that we're gonna want to talk about on our podcast. And the sled inspector said he'd come on and talk to us. So and we still got Paul Crow. He's promised us some discussions on things too.
See, how about an F-20?
I don't know. I'm not in charge of the rules. Hey, get on that debate. It's the toughest farm M competition on Facebook. You jump in there. I guess if you got an M block in your F-20, I guess that qualifies you. I wouldn't know. It's a good question.
Yeah, but if you don't have an M block in your M, you don't qualify.
Right.
So
But is he talking about the hook on an F-20? I don't know. He might be talking about the hook.
Pretty much.
So there's a lot of things happening, and then there's that whole subject of the turbos and cross bolting, which is going to come up somewhere along the way too in the antique world. So there's a lot of discussion on things going on. My suggestion to the antique pullers is adapt and enjoy pulling. Take care of your sport. Do the best you can by complying. That's my suggestion. But that's just mine.
That's about the size of it.
It's kind of like the wheelie bar things. A lot of guys didn't like it at first. A lot of tractors eventually got it. If you like the sport, take care of it.
That's right.
It only takes one terrible event, and we won't have
A terrible event changes things quick.
It's just that simple.
I'm checking with Anthony now.
Checking with the Anthony Arnold. He has a really good pull this weekend, according to what I looked up.
He forgot. He'll be on. He's coming on.
How do you forget? I don't know.
I won't say word for word what he told me, but I forgot.
Was there some colorful words?
Yeah, 3 days away.
3 days. Today's Wednesday?
Yeah, today's Wednesday. 3 days away.
Well, we might have to check on that in the future, his forgetter. But yeah.
Personal secretaries work well.
Yeah. But so I did talk with I sent a quick text to I'll tell you name. He's coming back. About the Harrisburg poll.
Yes.
Don Hilker.
There's the one.
Yes.
That's the one.
Call him Sunday. Yep.
And he sent me a text back the 22nd, 23rd, or whatever it is. I definitely remember the 23rd. Coming up for Harrisburg. And I talked to the boys down Tennessee, and they of course, you know how indoor arenas are. Everybody ends up on the same day, and they got a huge bracket pool going to be going on down there at the same time. So there'll be a lot of good pulling going on.
I called Mr. Rutriff here.
Looking forward to it all.
Well,
Where tractors land up, don't know.
Yeah. And let them know that I would be at
Mr. Rutroff.
Yep, I called him and let them know. Say, hey man, save me a spot down at Chatham. I'll be there. So
That's good.
should
Because
a
you
good
need to
chance
be there.
make out one. Yes, I'll be there. for that one. I'd love to go to White Pine, but I
It's a
just
great
can't quite get away
enhancement.
that many days right now.
The tractor pulling with the videos and all.
Yep.
Yes, it would be really. White Pine is got 2 brackets running, a small tire of 32, and I was talking to guys today, and would you believe they had the sign up start 2 months ago, in 8 days the 32 tractor class was full.
I believe it.
That's pretty impressive. In 8
Yeah.
days, 2 months in advance, 32 tractors full. And
believe
then the 64 tractor class, I think it filled up a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
No
And
doubt.
so
The
they
bracket
filled up
pulling's-
that too.
Bracket pulling is a big deal, man. Good money. I know. I
Yes.
saw on fire for Chatham. It's $2,000 to win the bracket pull at Chatham.
Yeah.
It's also a different weight class this year. It's also a different speed limit this year.
Is it?
Yes.
5,300 pounds, 5.5 mile an hour.
Cool.
Oh boy.
Make it more fun.
The charity class has changed too. Speed limit and weights.
What's it doing? Wait, fun. What's it say there?
Oh, yeah, you want me to read that, right? So the 6 mile an hour bracket pull is 5,000 pounds, 6 mile an hour, 18,438. Max tire size. First place is $3,000. Second place is $1,000. Third place is $500. Fourth place is $250.
Wow.
Wow.
So that's some.
The small tire
That's
is
a pretty good take.
Yeah.
That's a payback.
the small tire.
Small tire, the 32 tractor bracket pays $1,000 to the winner. It's 46.50, 5 mile an hour on 16.9 top cuts only, no full cuts. And it pays $1,000 to first, $500 to second, $250 to third, and $125 to fourth.
Wow.
And then they got some road classes in there too coming on. This is all on one day. Then they jump into
So
I am on.
4250, 14 mile an hour, $50 hook with a 50-50 payback. Then have a 55, 14 mile an hour, $50 hook with 50-50 payback.
mm-hmm.
Then they have an 8 mile an hour, 65, 7,000 on one day.
4 mile an hour, 8,500 pound.
Yep. Then they have some other King of the Hill classes and all running the next 2 days. Sound like a lot of potential money laying around down there.
Sorry, I'm working with Anthony trying to get him on here. He's having trouble.
We had technical difficulties too. I understand.
We almost had one a few minutes ago. Richard plugged the computer in, got us a little electric juice going into it.
Yeah.
That usually helps.
Like, I think you reminded me when you said you run out of gas earlier.
Yeah, let's not talk
He's
about
like,
running,
oh
I guess.
yeah.
Yeah, let's not talk about running, I guess.
Uh,
So Chatham, the bracket pull is now 5,300 pounds, 5.5 mile an hour. The team pulling after the bracket pull is 5,700 pounds, 7 mile an hour.
Well,
The charity class on the Friday is going to be 57.50, 10 mile an hour.
changes.
And Saturday's charity class is 4,500 pounds, 5 mile an hour.
A lot of change going on.
That is definitely a different. That's a different
yeah,
setup.
it keeps it interesting.
Well, it changes things around.
Yeah.
And it's interesting how the pullers perceive it. Some think it makes it like a farm mall class. Some think classes make deer classes. It's always funny or fun to listen to the farmers for the puller's description of how it affects certain tractors and which one it benefits.
Well, and in some situations, it changes the tractor you cart all the way to Virginia.
That's true. You might take a different one when you hear that number run.
You may take an Oliver instead of an M.
You might. Or some might take an M instead of an Oliver. You just don't know.
Pretty much.
But it's tractor pulling. But
Can one of you guys message Anthony Arnold and let him know the step by step to get logged in there? Oh, never mind. I just heard the beep.
I guarantee I can sure try.
He's here.
Uh-oh. Hot. Yeah.
Hey, made it. Look at that.
Sorry,
There's
we were
DJ.
we were loading tractors up.
You are. What are you doing that for?
Well, we're taking a boatload of them up.
Must be a tractor pull somewhere.
Say, must be a lot if you're starting 3 days early.
Well, Fridays, as soon as we get off work Friday, we'll be up there prepping the track.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, Anthony Arnold, part of promote. Our Delmarva guys, they're moving again. They were froze up there for a second.
We're here.
But,
We're still
Big
here.
pool coming here. Sillins Grove, Pennsylvania, Saturday. What time's that event start? Anthony?
10 a.m. It's going to
10
start.
a.m. You know what time I got to leave to get there before it's. I'm just kidding. It ain't bad. Only a couple hours. 2.5 hours.
Just take the camper up the night before.
Yeah, you can camp. Anybody's allowed to come up and camp for free.
I just camped there a couple weeks ago. For the,
What, were you up for the show?
Championship weekend? Yeah.
Oh, for Snyder County.
Yeah. Yep. Yes, we were. So anyway, I brought the two Delaware dudes to get you, let them hit you up with questions and stuff.
Did he just call us the Delaware dudes? Did you just call us the Delaware dudes?
Delmarva dudes. What I meant.
That's better. That's better. I think you're a little confused tonight.
I better check inside them earmuffs.
I won't tell you what. No one
started
calls
reading
you.
yet.
So.
So you should hear what he calls you guys when you're not on the air.
That's all right. We didn't hear it. Anyway.
What are we talking about? Those
Now
colorful
we heard it.
words?
Now that might be a different.
Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and
I
pull
bet
the
we can
flyer
get
up for that pool, and I'll let Olin and Richard go ahead.
Yeah,
And Kendra,
Yes,
you're
you
welcome
would.
to just dive in and
Yeah.
with any questions you
And
have,
tell us what JR said when we weren't on the air.
especially for the guys below you there.
Oh, we can't say that when we're live. That'll be afterwards. You know, those words will
Still
get us
say we
like
ought
what
to
they
have
call
a-
it, shadow
Need the
band or
camera running
something.
after hours, so.
Mhm.
One of these days,
Anyway.
we're going to do a behind the scenes live show, and it's going to be bad.
There's a Bigfoot channel I watch religiously on Sundays. They have a night show every once in a while, and it is freaking hilarious. And it's as good or more informative.
Yeah,
Than
night
Why are you
I don't mean
throwing
to be
a
slinging a
knife
knife
around?
at you, but that's
He's
nails
flicking the
and stuff.
knife.
I do
I
that.
seen that.
I'm telling you, man, it's hilarious. Those off the wall shows are great. But anyway, why don't you guys tune us in here with Anthony and let's talk Sillins Grove. I want to pull
You
the
got to
flyer.
put the flyer up. We can't do that.
Well, I'm working on it,
Flyer.
son.
Yeah, so give us some details. It's starting at 10
Yeah,
o'clock.
had a knife.
Um,
What is in Delaware now with sun?
Huh.
are you going to let them guys in, or are they like going to be turned around at the gate if they?
We don't got no gate, so we're screwed.
I got my finger
So-
on the remove button on their square, so
I'm looking at a flyer. It says 80%, 70% payback, Anthony.
Yeah, we're
Yes.
supposed to have the flyer on the screen. What happened to that?
because I'm busy dealing with you.
And you're running cut tire classes, non-tire classes, and different measurements on drawbars, 4s and
Okay,
6s.
so all the non-cut is still 24 back, 18 high. All small tire cut and 6 mile an hour is 18 back, 20 high.
Small tire, 6 mile.
There we go.
I don't know.
There we go. Look at that. I can almost not see it.
Ah. Go ahead, guys. The floor is yours.
What do you want to know, Olin?
All right. So Anthony's basically pulling between 45 and about 6,500 pounds for the day.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, except for the cut tire guys, I threw them off only because I know a lot of places they always do the oddball weights on the 6 mile an hour.
So they all like 4250, 57, 4750, 5250. You did the 50s.
62.50.
Yes.
Six, that's your number.
So there will be 5 classes for each. So it's 15 classes we got. You're allowed a 4 hook limit, $25 a hook, 70% payback.
And of course, most of us have been there.
Yes.
Know that the track is well cared for, and the dirt on the track is really good dirt, and it's a nice event. And we always like to go to Seals Grove
Yes,
when we can get there.
Yes, we do.
It's a to location if you have an antique tractor and want to run against some really good tractors. It's a good location to be.
Well, we try our best on the track. Hopefully, we won't have a no dry out issue like we did King of Middle Creek.
Yeah, but you've changed the scraper tractor and things of the sort, haven't you?
Yes, there is sprinklers on it. I'm not sure how they're going to go about it yet. I'm letting Dale Senior and those other guys figure that whole deal out. But it's hooked up and it's ready to rock. We might not need it. I mean, it's only supposed to get up to 70, and it's not going to be windy, so we might not need it. I don't know.
Hallelujah, not windy. Yeehaw.
Nice thing.
Who asked to comment about
Tom Travis. Tom Travis
D19?
asked, how about a D19 Alice Chalmers? How fast does that go?
Well, I would say it depends on the particular D19.
We've seen some move on pretty good.
I got beat by one in Harrington Fair at 8 mile an hour. So, I mean,
the D19 is a very unique subject in antique tractor pulling. Depending on, because it's such an intermediate crossover year, depending if you're running a true 59 or you're doing stretching the years, it really doesn't belong with the next group. And a lot of times pullers don't like it in pre-59s. So it's a very unique tractor. Actually, my personal, I think, belongs with the 59s and down because I own one, actually, and I've drove it, and that's where it really belongs.
Why don't you tell them what makes it unique?
Well,
for those that don't know.
The D19 has a power director in it, and it has a turbo.
There's the big one.
And that's the word turbo. And most tractors in 59 down don't have turbos.
That's correct.
A lot of tractors pre-64, 65 don't have turbos. So it makes it a very unique tractor to fit in. And a lot of times it's the unwanted stepchild in antique tractor pulling.
It gets treated like the ugly duckling. Nobody really wants to play with it.
And they can weigh down to 5,000 pounds pretty easy, weigh up
Kinda like a pickle.
95, 10.5, depending on. And you can run multiple tire combinations on them, and they do good. So, yeah, I almost like to see somewhere a complete D19 shootout if somebody could figure out how to do one and have all the 19 show up. But that brings up another whole question of years and antique tractor pulling, and that's another show.
But it should be a show that gets discussed.
It's just for discussion.
It is
for discussion.
It is a very valid point.
I see some antique tractor pulling clubs bring the years up, and maybe the answer is more like have a pre-classic group come together and let the older antiques run with the pre-classics. Let the pre-classics be pre-classics.
Well, those that aren't really in the sport ask that question all the time. Antiques go up in years for cars and everything like that, and you get asked sometimes, why are you stuck 50, 60 years old when an antique's 20 years old? Well, for anybody that doesn't realize that, you're now talking about putting things like 4430s against John Deere A's and John Deere G's, and that
ain't the
same ballpark.
At the same time, I've seen a many a John Deere G wear a 4010 right out.
Well, and the other thing there, if you got a mile per hour and tire size and everything, Sealands Grove's rule, if it's 30 years old, pull it.
See, now that's not a bad rule either.
Because you got a mile per hour, you got a hitch rule. As long as they meet the mile per hour, the tire size, and that hitch, we don't care.
See, that's a good train of thought.
It is, because people that really do it a lot realize that it doesn't matter what you're pulling. When you're pulling in a pace class, it normally gets equaled back out and comes down to setup and driver.
And the turbo thing on like the 19, you really got to time the turbo spool up to get the most out of the tractor. In a pace, it's a difficult challenge to get that turbo to spool up when the sled actually hits and the speed hits. But if you do it, they pull very well and they make an excellent tractor.
Hey, Olin, can I add something in on back to the Selinsgrove subject just before I forget about it? So I've had a couple guys call me and Dale Sr. because White Pine's the following weekend. I got some guys that want to do some test and tuning. So we didn't put it up, and I was going to announce it at the drivers meeting. But anybody that's on here, they can hear it now. And I'll still announce it at the drivers meeting. After the money bash is done for the day, we are going to, depending how many tractors want to do it, we are going to open our sled up. We're going to set it like a 4,500, 5,000 pound set. And if they want us to throw a 12-mile-an-hour horn on, that's fine. But there's no disqualification. You can come pull as many times as you want while we're getting the sled keep going. You pay $5 a hook. Every time you come up, you throw $5.
On there.
Well, whatever White Pine is.
That's 14 mile an hour.
On the first day it's 14, then it went to 12s, I believe.
Well, so if you guys want a horn, we'll throw you a horn, but we're not going to disqualify you. But there's no payout. It's going to be strictly like an hour of test and tune. That's it.
Now, Anthony, would it have just a horn or a signboard speed board?
We don't have speed boards or not. We do the 100-foot cone, and then after that, if you beep after the 100-foot cone, you're disqualified for the normal pulls. But for the test and tune, there's no disqualification because there's no payout or nothing. It's literally for guys that are trying to get ready for some of the faster stuff or just want to check their stuff out before they go all the way down to White Pine.
That's a very generous offer.
It's a fantastic offer.
Yeah, for a tractor that's already there that wants to play White Pine, that's a good offer. Mm-hmm. And I've argued that in Delmarva. Let's run classes.
And we've done that.
And we've done some of that for upcoming pulls. Run a teaser class or so that you can have a practice hook for an upcoming pull and have a group of tractors run. Still not quite the same because in dirt and outside dirt a little different. But other than that, it's a very nice chance to get the speed down.
Well, that and if you had motor issues that you're trying to figure out tweaks at like high RPMs and stuff, that's what. Yeah.
And they will show up. They will show up.
Will we ever do faster classes if I have enough interest in it? Maybe next year for the money bash, we'll throw a couple faster classes in. If I got enough people do it.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? That's progressive thinking in tractor pulling. Antiques. They have many options, and that's why we talk about the national pulls and pulls away from home, because them options start to show up and give everybody else a chance to expand a little bit and test something new, see if a group can stand it. And it's good for pulling in general.
Mm-hmm.
I get you.
And so, I applaud you for making them changes and making them options happen. And the 30-year rule, that's a good concept.
That's interesting.
Well, so we've been to enough places where, like, I pulled out years ago out of Pittsburgh, and I seen guys with 40-20s pulling 3.5 mile an hour, and I had dang near stock A, and I beat them. So it can be done. You just got to know your equipment.
Well, that dang near stock word, that's kind of interesting.
I don't know why anybody even bothers to use the word stock in anything.
I agree with you. Well, there is a couple places that do actually still have what they call farm stock pulls. Not us. Hughesville, I think Trout Run does. They have a farm stock, and it better look farm stock.
Well,
it can look farm stock all you want, but I guarantee you the inside, what's going up and down in that cylinder wall is not stock.
And if you go to Tunica, farm stock looks a little bit enhanced, except tires are holding you back. And farm stock 2 looks like a lot of 6 mile an hour tractors doing forward to me.
Well, the deal there, to me, in my opinion, is like those places have your regular non-cut classes, and then they have a farm stock class. If you feel that you got something there, but you want to go play farm stock and your pants ain't big enough to go play with the regular non-cut guys, well, that's your deal.
Yep. Hey, how was the Glad Hill pole?
I didn't go to that one.
It's very good.
I know, but Mr. Earphones
And
was.
Mr. Earphone did.
Yeah. Yeah, I was
He
there.
woke him back up.
was a good poll. I'm letting you talk.
You know, yeah, I had a truck I had to work on. Didn't get to go. I really kind of missed going to see Marty, and that truck was a nuisance. But anyway, it was a nuisance of a truck. But anyway, that's another good pole, the Glad Hill pole. They run 2 tracks, and I think they started just a touch late because they had big rain the night before. Got through it, and they run 2 tracks, and they had a lot of good tractors run. The Glad Hills host a wonderful pole. It's always advisable to go out there. They run a little different set of rules. Most of the classes that cater 18.4, 38 tap cuts.
Which is very different.
Which is different, but hey, it works for them. They have a lot of tractors pulling it. So can't say anything bad about it when you have your sandbox full. Go pull.
Right.
So, and I often say there's more 20 series John Deere's over there than was sold, but they're all there.
Yeah.
That's a green city over there.
Oh my.
But they got a John Deere museum. If you walk up in there, it's very neat, as well as track and stuff going on the track. And like I said, the Glad Hills put on an excellent pole. The dirt is great. Accommodations are good. And the pole moves on nicely.
Hey, Olin, did you go through the museum?
And that was what. Huh? I've been in the museum.
Did you learn anything?
The John Deere museum. They don't have no red tractors in there. I don't know why. Mostly green ones.
Well, I mean, it is a John Deere.
Not even a
might be a
demonstrator?
Not even a demonstrator. I
Well,
guess
the
they-
new generation
you know,
demonstrator.
green and yellow stuff. Green and yellow stuff. They must give that paint away, so much of it over there. Anyway, I'll check with Marty on that. He'll advise me later on what the right answer was.
I'm sure he will.
Yes. But Williams Grove, been there before many years ago. I hear they're still laying good poles down. So if you're in that area and you can't make it all the way to Sealands Grove, that's a good choice. Southern Maryland, they have where are they pulling bowls or they pulling?
They're going to be at Bowles Farm, so they'll be down by the corn maze and all those happy things for the Halloween show.
So would them Halloween shows be going on at the same time?
And if you want to take you down there and ride your little wagon around and go back out through the corn maze and all that stuff, I'm sure Mr. Bowles will have all that going on.
So they got that going on. That's just a different type of pulling. Some different rules.
Where's that located exactly?
It's in Leonardtown, Maryland.
Leonardtown? Okay. Yeah, that's a hike.
And
too.
I'm not sure what all the Virginians are doing next weekend. Yes,
I
depends
can
where you
get
live.
to-
Well, for
Exactly.
us,
I can get to Stillman's Grove
ain't
quicker
about
than I
20
can
minutes
Leonardtown.
difference.
I can
For
get
us,
to,
it
I can
really
get
ain't
to
about
Stillman's
20 minutes
Grove.
difference.
Yeah, it'd probably take me with traffic is the problem. You guys are further south from me, but I got to get down around Baltimore, DC. Well, not necessarily DC because I go different down 301.
If
But
you go through DC, you went the wrong way.
no, I'm not going. That way. But I'm saying traffic is time wise, mileage wise. I'm not sure, but I think Stillman's Grove is just believe it or not, I can get there quicker than I can Leonardtown.
We can ask
But
what
I'm
he's
not sure
having.
mileage wise.
I think we're interrupting AJ's dinner.
No,
Oh,
no,
are
I
we?
just got done cooking, so I'm just cleaning up now.
Hey, he cooks
Is
and
it burnt
cleans.
or is it well? Is it good?
I live by myself, so I sort of have no
Ain't nothing wrong with
choice.
that.
There you go. His cooking's good enough. Anyway,
Especially when it's the only one you got to sue.
yeah. So AJ has a good poll going on. How did some of the other polls going up there, the Burr Hills and all? Did it rain out or did it go? I know Track Run had a good one. Got one done.
Burr
up
Hill
in the
got
north.
rained out. Burr Hill got rained out twice on their main pools. I think they got their garden tractor, a big garden tractor pull in, but the Burr Hill antique pool got rained out twice.
That's
rough.
tough.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Trout Run, they had one,
surprisingly.
didn't they?
Who?
Trout Run went on, didn't they? Didn't they have theirs?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I couldn't make it. I was on call that week, but
Yeah, Trout Run had a good one. Typical of Trout Run. You got a Trout Run. If it isn't pouring down rain, you're probably pulling. Team Quiggle is amazing. And I think they had some small tar. They had some uncut tar stuff going on at that one.
They did. At least they were supposed to.
Yep. And sent some money classes and all. So that was good too. Like I say, Nicole had one last weekend, and that was good too. That was the last one of the year, I believe.
It was
Yeah, it's the
supposed to
last
be.
one
That's
for
what
her at
all
Mission
the
Dixon.
flyers said.
And as you said, the Manor FFA pool is really good for those that are eligible to be there. It's really nice Lancaster, Slanco area pool. I've never been to it, but I've always heard great things. The Fellenbaums and their 4A and the FFA kids are outstanding. There's nothing but good things to say about them. I hope they continue to go on with it. And so support them if you're able to and be a part of that pool. I believe there was a FFA pool at the Buck a while back. It got started, got rained out, got finished up, and I've heard very good things about it. They smaller tractors all up to some great good size, pretty hot farm tractors out of the field, so to speak. Seen some video. Take stock. Yeah, take stock. Yeah, but anyway, but they was pulling, and that was another really good pull, and I think it benefited the FFA as well. So there's a lot of antique pulling doing a lot of benefiting for a lot of groups. So anybody thinks antique pulling is just about old tractors, maybe they ought to look again what's really going on, because a lot of times it benefits Sealands Grove. It goes back to, if AJ would explain to, I know they do sausage, they do all sorts of things at that facility. So it goes back and benefits a lot of areas and has a lot of public outreach. And a lot of these pools have that. I think most, yeah. And then you got other ones that want to have a pool, but because of some restrictions, I'm thinking of Cecil Farm Museum. They wanted to have a pool, but restrictions caught them. But they still do apple squeezing, make stuff, and they got a lot of neat stuff going on. So take care of the pools you got, because you don't want the restrictions to take and put you out. And then where do you go? And that's a lot of little local tractors that are actually really stock actually do show up to them.
There are.
And
stock tractors do exist, believe it or not. They're few and far between, but they do exist.
yeah.
And
Look at
they
all
are essential parts. Beginner Polar Star stock. So take care of them stock tractors. Yeah, we pick on them sometimes. And the word stock we pick on, but a lot of beginner Polar start there. Take care of them. They add to the hook count. They add to the whole event.
Sure.
And
And
cherish them.
And a lot of us, that's where, like you said, that's where you started. That's where you came from. That's where the next one started at. Yeah. Like we told a few of our club members, just because we don't pull the 3.5 mile an hour tractors anymore doesn't mean we don't have them.
That don't mean we don't have them.
They're still sitting there next to the rest of them.
And
they're still there.
And the uncut tires, well, you can have a lot of fun pulling an uncut tire. If you're a puller, you can have a lot of fun. So take care of them classes. And I like seeing AJ have them up there too.
That's gonna be pretty cool, considering you're basically running, up to 6,500 pounds, and you're gonna run everything from uncut tires to full cut 18.4s, and from slow to 6 mile an hour. And pretty much, if you're in that weight class, you ought to be able to mix in there somewhere.
AJ, you've been in charge of sled sets and pole management. And if you take a 5,500 pound tractor on uncuts, and then you match it with the next level top cuts or full cuts, what's the difference? 20 foot, 30 foot?
I've seen it as close as a foot or two. We've had guys come up to our show.
See? So therefore,
Yeah. They just hit the track at the right spot where they knew they could do
So,
better than
you
us
know-
cut tires would.
On that note, was it last year or the year before when South Jersey for their night pull decided that their jackpot class was basically going to be, I want to say it was 5,500 pounds, 3.5 mile an hour, and they didn't care if you were running your stock tractor or you were running your full cuts. That was a 6 mile an hour tractor, and I believe I remember who won that class, but
It wasn't me. I got a horn.
I remember.
I got a horn.
Yeah, I walked away with $250 that night.
I didn't know get no $250.
I like that class.
I put the money. I put the money up for you $250.
But the point is, there were 3 or 4 quote unquote stock tractors on uncut tires that were really less than 10 foot behind me.
Yeah,
Believe it or not.
And speaking of South Jersey, they are working very hard to get back to pulling. So let's wish them well on what they get ready to do. They got new president, new vice president, treasurer, secretary, and they're trying to get back to setting up some type of pulling in South Jersey. So that's a good thing. Let's see what we can do to reach out to them. If you know some members of the South Jersey area, reach out to them and offer them some type of support. That starting up is hard.
And
maintaining is hard.
And show up and pull with them.
Right. But we're getting back to the point of cut tire, uncut tire, small tire, big tire. Wherever you fall in there, you're all an important part of pulling. And the 14 mile an hour tractors is all a part of the pulling family in antiques. So take care of all of them. And even, the word stock, we made some talk about it earlier. Take care of that too. As well as enhanced. Or no, you got to be careful with your words you use. Insurance don't like it. So
very much.
So careful with them words.
Farm tractor.
Yeah,
tractor.
Farm tractor.
And you're not making any money.
You never make money though.
Careful-
Look at all the
careful
money
with
you
the
invest
words.
into it.
Anything else?
Oh yeah. If DOT pulls you over,
Right.
nope, not making money. Exhibition only.
You never do though.
Officer Jenkins.
I don't think anybody forget that officer.
Olin knows all about Officer Jenkins.
Yep, he told me.
The one down there in
if I
Chatham.
wanted to go on vacation, leave my tractor home.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yes, that was going to Chatham.
yeah, very popular
Olin
event.
wasn't the only.
Well
Olin
known.
wasn't the only one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
I'm
tractors
sure.
probably like you, because everybody else had like 100 ratchet tracks after that.
Yep. So it was all good. A lot of public awareness come out of it, and that's what we try to do with these podcasts. We're really not totally judgmental about anything. We're just trying to talk about stuff and let pullers talk and decide what fits them. We don't want to make decisions. We're not in here to make decisions. We're just here to tell you stuff and what's going on in places. Like Anthony has things going on with his class and possible opportunities at the end of the poll. That's what we want to talk about.
I think that 30-year rule was kind of neat.
I think it's kind of neat.
That's kind of different. They put 806s and 4020s and things like that back in the mix.
Yep, 30-year rule.
That's different.
That's a lot. That was a lot in that one statement, wasn't it?
That's a lot.
I guess we're going to talk again at down Marva.
We're gonna have to talk again.
We're talking.
Well, we got one class that basically we don't
We got
care.
end of year.
We don't care if you just rolled it off the showroom. Just put a set of wheelie bars on it. Let's go.
That's right.
But but the new turbo rules are going to catch some of that stuff.
It is the turbo rules, the hook, and all that's it's gonna make some waves. But this ain't the first storm antique tractor pullings went through. Won't be the last.
Nope. Take care of it. Enjoy it. And
When it's gone, it's gone. That's the problem.
the big tractor pullers come from antique pullers. Most of them, I believe, come from antiques. So
Yeah, a lot of them,
you
yeah.
need the smoker clay. Huh?
Well, look at the Morrison brothers.
Yep.
That's where they started.
That's where they started from. They come from antiques. And if you want to support them, you got to have antique pullers to develop the group that supports them. That's where your seed stock comes from for them. Morrison, am I right?
Mm-hmm. That's where they came from.
Yep.
We
So-
fought against them 20 years ago in stock tractors.
Stock.
Who's that, Nicole?
Yeah,
Nicole
Nicole.
says-
Nicole.
Stock
We're
tractors.
still waiting on that tomorrow.
She said,
That should be like a spreadsheet, man. Like that should take like 5 minutes.
no, maybe it's in cursive writing or funny print.
It's in Biden print.
But no. And anyway, maybe it's just hard to get moved around sometimes.
I do
Um,
videos. I'm
but-
a stickler for. I gotta have the official results before I start editing. So I don't want to get the name
Oh,
wrong.
how
I don't
well
wanna
we
get the
know.
distance wrong.
I like the official pictures on the front.
To include rehooks and drop this hook, and this hook was this long, and oh, by the way, this one would have done this. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, this
All
guy
right.
lost his
And
front
he's gonna-
weights and got DQ'd. Ha ha ha.
That's important stuff to keep track
And
of.
there's that.
See?
Very important information.
And then there's that.
Oh man.
Oh, I've seen guys in what was it, in White Chatham, really good hooks. Guys lost to losing an air cleaner.
Watch that.
Now watch that happen.
Greg's still on here.
No, he's not here tonight.
Hey, if he's watching, he'll remember.
Greg Remley, yep.
He'll remember.
Mr. Dropping an air cleaner
Uh-huh.
and lose a good hook.
Happens to the
He
best of
wasn't
us.
the only one, too.
Like I said,
I thought there was
the
more
best
than
of
one.
us.
I just couldn't remember who the other one was.
It was another John Deere.
But things happen. And you
Well, if you
know,
let me your ratchet strap instead of Bobby, I wouldn't have dropped my weight.
well, that's true too. I had an extra in the truck if it helps. Anyway,
You didn't see Dad shake the one he had in his hand at me?
yeah.
Okay.
So,
Don't make me play the
but
video.
you know, it's like milk here.
Why not?
Why not? Why not?
What is it without the video? I mean, come on now.
So
well, when you
most
guys
people
have a
can't
Del
remember the
Marvin show,
distance of the hook, but they can remember they dropped the airfield or dropped the weight. Hey, that's the important part.
I think that could be your exit video tonight instead.
Now, Miss Kendra, your season over?
We have one more
Kendra's
pool
still here?
in Georgia.
Yeah.
Like our point season stuff is all over. But
2 rain back-to-back
So
rain
then
outs.
you go quiet till like Harrisburg or something in March, or you got something between
Well,
now and then?
so a lot of people go out to Shipshawana, the Mech Center, the old Gordyville.
Yeah,
So that's no sanctioned
Yeah.
pools will happen till April. But there's all kinds of indoor pooling.
Okay, so I've seen some of them in Florida too in the past. In the
Yep.
winter.
Yep. A couple of guys are going down there. I don't think there's going to be as many hooks in Florida this year. But like Ocala, I think is
Uh-huh.
always the last weekend of October. I know a couple people are
Somewhere
heading
in
down
there.
for that. And then his name escaped me at the Farmall Museum. He has that light super, does work for
Marquette?
Haman's. Yeah. Yep.
Lars
That's who's the guy that does the engine work for the Haman's?
Doug?
Kelsey.
Kelsey.
What's
Haynes?
his
Mark
first
Kelsey.
name?
Mark Kelsey.
Yep, Mark
Oh, yeah.
Kelsey puts on a pool there at the Farmall Museum
Yep.
in Florida. Man, that took a
He
lot to
is?
get his name out. I was like, I can see him. I know what he does. But yeah, that's going to be a pretty big event.
Back at Parquette's old track,
Yeah, I think this winter will
Or is
be
it gonna
the
be in
third year
Palaca?
for it. No, it's in Parquette
Okay.
or whatever you said. Yeah,
or Palaca.
yeah, Parquette sounds right.
Blacka.
Yeah, I thought he's going to be in Palaca there instead. Parquette's is done with.
He
Hey,
might
so-
be. Everybody
Bleachers, I
that
believe.
I've talked to has just said the Mark Kelsey pool. So I don't know where it's going.
Oh, yeah, okay.
He
That
has
would make
people
sense.
follow him just because of who he is, which is pretty awesome. So
Yes.
That's right, the Farmall Museum did shut
some
down,
pretty
didn't
good videos of him pulling too.
I think so.
yeah, so they'll be pulling all over the place. But the first sanctioned or points or anything like that, that'll be interstate. Usually starts up in April, and East Coast is usually May. You guys, oh no, you guys were at Easton too. Were you in Easton in April, or supposed to be?
Mm-hmm.
I think JR is ignoring me now.
Yes, we got rained out.
Yeah. Yeah, so
not
sanctioned and points events start in April again.
Bring the man's flyer up and he disappeared.
Hey, it's
But anyway,
70%
put it-
payback. That ain't bad.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
So there's some money available. I didn't ask
I like
Anthony
money.
if that's first, second, third the money goes to, or just
It
first?
says top 3 in each class.
Top 3. Okay. That's some pretty good money. 70%.
Hook fee, and there's $25 hook fee. All weights are straight up.
Mm-hmm.
That's an important factor to mention for anybody that's traveling there. All weights are straight up, no allowance.
4 hook limit.
A lot of pullers think that the 100 pounds allowance is for them, not the scales. But there's been many a conversation over that too.
Oh, yeah.
The allowance is already for the scales, not. So if you come up there and you're 5 pounds over, you're not 5 pounds over, you're 105 pounds over.
And don't go to Seattle's Grove thinking 5 pounds over is going to get you through the scales. It won't.
Sure won't.
5 pounds under will get you through. 5 won't.
I won't eat a cheeseburger when I go to Seattle's Grove.
Mm-hmm. Them scales is on. And there's a lot of people watching them scales.
Yes.
That's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good straight up pull.
They tend to watch them real close when you load
Takes
off.
all the question marks away from the pool.
Yes, it does.
Well, and then we also sometimes randomly will just pick somebody after they pull to go to the scale just to check them.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Been there, watch that.
Yep, that's happened too.
Been there, watch that.
And it's a good event to go to for an antique.
I've had fun every time I've went.
But there's a lot of good pools. There's Buffalo Valley. There's a whole list.
Been there yet?
You haven't been to Buffalo
I haven't been
Valley.
to Buffalo Valley yet.
Center
Yes.
Hall.
Center Hall's a
there.
great pool. He's been there. Was it Montour DeLong? He's
Been
been there.
Yep.
He hasn't been to Hughesville and up that way yet.
Sure.
And no, you haven't been there.
Usually.
And
Yeah, I
there's-
was told I got to go to the Montour DeLong.
Yeah, Barcelona.
That's an interesting place. It's fun though.
Interesting in a good way, or
Yeah, well, we're flatlanders. You got to go up and down
it's-
hills to get everywhere.
Yeah, it's interesting.
You're parking in tiers on hills and stuff like that. Like next parking area might be 20 foot lower. Then you got to go down a dip, come back up, go around.
Yeah.
For flatlanders, it's
Yeah,
interesting.
It's interesting.
Yes.
That's a good way to put it. It's interesting.
And efficient. They're very efficient at running their sled and the scraper and all. And so it's good pool.
It's good fun. It's good fun.
Wow. I didn't hardly
Yeah.
have to speak at all tonight. It's already 1 hour. How about that?
Because that's what we do. We run our
That's
mouths.
what we do. We
Wow.
on here to talk, but not on here to, do nothing. But that's what we do. We talk about antique tractor pulling. Hope we help somebody. Hope we don't offend nobody. We're just talking about pulling.
Yeah.
If we did offend you, it wasn't meant. It was just trying to tell you something.
Pretty much. You get whatever you want.
Pretty much.
That's pretty much what we're doing. Where'd AJ go?
AJ gone.
Right here.
He's right there.
Well, I
Can't miss him. Right beside you.
remember, we can't see backstage. You can.
I know. Ha ha ha.
See?
Yep.
But yeah, I'm
Anyway.
looking forward to it. I haven't been to an antique pool. I've been to Sillin's Grove oodles of times for other stuff, but this would be
You've
my
been
first
invited
time.
to many this year. You just ain't made it.
Nah, I know, man. It's I've had a very bad year, family wise, and
He was lucky to
a
get
lot of
done.
stuff
what he
going
got
on.
done.
A lot of stuff going on.
That's true. That's
He
true.
was,
I'll give
he was fortunate to get done what he did get done.
him that. That's rough.
Ain't gotten any easier, but it's got my fingers crossed.
You want to tell me you're on RFTV?
Well, oh, Del Marva was. Go ahead.
Somebody from Del. You watched it. I haven't.
But Del Marva did get on RFD TV, Classic Tractor Fever.
I heard about that. Yes.
It wasn't very much though. It's like 2 blinks in an eye, and we was gone. but we was there for a second.
That's it. Sorry, I'm not RFD, but
Oh, you do. I hate to tell you,
I enjoy your videos more.
we're not giving RFD high ratings for antique tractor pullers. That's right to tell you. But we was there.
right.
What's he say there?
Looks like a pro comment for AJ there, Mr. John Deere.
AJ needs one.
There's a lot wrong with that statement. It says nice John Deere.
Wow.
I didn't know those two. I didn't know they went together.
Well, I guess it's a perspective thing.
Yeah.
I like John Deere.
Maybe they were talking about the one in the picture.
Maybe.
That's Gracie Buckley.
I would tell you, tell them how the bracket pool went in Boone's Mill. How many John Deeres
Do I
was
have
there?
to?
Huh. I don't think it was a John Deere G left in Virginia, wasn't at Boone's Mill.
Sounds good,
That,
Nicole. Thank you.
There ain't no doubt about that.
Them Virginia boys, they bleed green.
That was a 50% John Deere poll.
You're being nice.
60?
70.
It was a rack. It was a
There was
stacked
a-
deck of John Deere.
There was a John Deere everywhere you looked.
They
Good
did
pull.
good.
Good
They
pull.
did good. They did good. It was one by John Deere. They did good.
I know.
And,
A John Deere took me out. I remember all too well.
and we had JC down there, and
And you had to pick that John Deere.
I had to bring that up.
I
Huh?
had to bring that up, huh?
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. So there was some Pennsylvania deers down there, and they pulled very well, according to Richard. And
Yeah.
so
See what I put up with?
and in the end, I got beat by a John Deere too. So I
Yes,
can't say
you
nothing.
did.
I
Yes,
can't
you
say nothing.
did.
It was I had to admit it. John Deere made a great hook, and that's
did.
how it went. It made a great
It
hook,
did.
and I'm happy for him. And that's good.
I ain't going that far.
I am.
But they
I'm
were
happy
good
for them.
hooks.
They made a good hook. I'm happy for them.
They were good hooks.
Mhm.
Really good hooks.
So, hey, but it was a high John Deere count there.
My finger is wider than the distance I lost by, but it was a good hook.
And they was some pretty. They were painted well. Green paint was all over that place.
Inches
Yes.
matter, man.
Yes, they do. You are correct. So do tenths of an inch, which is what I lost by.
That's right.
Very good pull.
Very good pull. Very good pull.
Okay. So anyway, 500 Old Colony Road in Stillings Grove, Pennsylvania this Saturday. Signups will start at 9 a.m. Pool starts at 10. And be my first time there. Looking forward to it for an antique pool. And I'm more than sure we'll get plenty of hot rods there. So no doubt about it.
Stocks.
Oh, I'm sorry. Stocks. We'll get plenty of stock tractors there.
Tractors.
Near stock. Near stock.
For
Stock
sure.
appearing. I'll go with stock
They
appearing.
look stock.
Coming. There's
Yeah,
stock.
stock appearing. They look stock.
Eh, right paint.
Come on, play the entrance video as the exit video.
I can't.
Why?
Because it won't work right.
In other words, he's saying he has a technical difficulty.
Maybe Kendra will sing us like.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, no, nobody wants to.
Yeah, I think you guessed wrong one.
You guys run the normal direction there, AJ?
Yeah, we'll
Like
run
from the
same as
roadway
Slater County.
to the field to the prison?
Yep.
Okay.
Is there a normal direction in tractor pulling now?
I doubt it.
Hopefully forwards.
Yeah.
In all honesty, we ought to pull the other way so it doesn't look like you're trying to go to the prison.
I agree. Well, matter of fact, we pulled the other way up there the first time we went up there.
We've done both. Yeah, we've done both.
Yeah.
Well, if you pull the other way, it makes it look like you're trying to escape the prison.
I'd
We
rather
pulled the other
escape
way
than
when I
look
was
like I'm
around
going
the
to it.
That's right. That's
That was.
right.
You've done both.
Just
Yeah,
the
we
way
were
with our
pulling-
scales set up, it works better than the way we do it.
Yeah.
Right.
We
Just drive
were
around
pulling away
scales, make
from-
the turn and hook.
We were pulling away from the prison when we went up there the first time. No, all
The
of
King
them.
of Middle Creek?
went them.
Yeah, it's very good. No, before that. First time we
Oh,
went up there was a few years ago.
Yeah, well, I know we have a few times. Not sure why. I had no idea.
Yeah, I had technical difficulties that time.
Did okay.
I did fine. It's just a technical difficulty.
You had technical difficulties at a few polls come to think
I
of it.
have had a few technical difficulties. Just a few.
No
Canada?
comment.
What? You're behave?
Yes,
Wow.
I am. Yes, I am.
It's going to snow tonight. You're being in trouble.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, Nicole brings up a good point here.
Oh shit.
She's gonna be sending me, you're safe. She's gonna be sending me results tomorrow, and I'll probably edit that class first. But
What?
yeah, her son jumped on Hilkert's
I
tractor and
seen
made a hell of a run with that tractor.
I think he ran down Helper's tractor.
Yeah, he did.
I think-
Donnie's G.
I think he made an awesome pass. What I seen on Facebook, it could
Well, I think
happen.
Donnie's tractor
It
runs
can-
good.
Yep.
Yes, it
Video at
does.
11.
Ay.
It's okay, Richard. You're safe.
I'm never safe.
I really
don't
can't
know.
wait to get to Chatham because I missed Chatham this year, and I didn't hear any world's greatest antique tractor puller.
I heard
I
it plenty. Don't you worry.
Cannot wait
You
to
know,
get down here in 2020
this-
40. Hear it all weekend long.
Yeah,
And
he
I'm gonna
followed me
stoke
to
them
Boone's
boys
Mill.
up
What
when
are
I
you
get
talking
there.
about?
I'm gonna stoke them up when I get
And
there.
Boone's Mill, they called him the world's greatest.
You don't understand. I get a semi pass now. You missed that.
Semi pass.
A semi. I'll never get a full pass, but I get a semi pass. You know, you do that when you get that when you play superhero and shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was second
The
place.
announcers know him when they see him.
Yeah, you have to put that on me.
That's a good time. That's a good weekend down there. I really enjoy it. I definitely want to get to White Pine too sometime. It's a good
Yes,
big
I know.
button down there, I hear. So.
But you're dying to. I can tell.
There may be.
You're dying to. I can tell.
Let's pull
Well,
a chat run this
oh, what?
weekend too. Holy moly. Pools all over
What?
the place.
How did you miss that?
I don't know,
I'm sorry.
but it's,
Right there.
it's always a good pull up, try
Wait a
run.
minute. Wait a minute. Ain't somebody supposed to be putting together a calendar? Didn't we have that conversation?
We
on the
had
podcast?
I don't know
we
what
had
you're
a partial
talking about.
calendar started. What's it say?
Last weekend about that's right.
Yeah. Wasn't it somebody with earphones?
211 for David and 199 for Devin.
Must be AJ,
Yeah,
I guess. I
man.
don't know.
I don't know.
The guy with the earphones said something about a tractor pull
He
count.
did. Now he wants to play like he don't remember, but he did.
It has earphones.
I don't know
Yes,
what you're
that's
talking
the guy
about.
right there.
Yeah, remember I fell off a hay wagon and hit my head pretty hard. I don't remember stuff like that.
Well, you know, there's a great thing about these podcasts. You can go back and review them anytime you want. There's video.
Not if
proof.
they're erased, you can't.
I got them
Wow.
recorded. You can't erase that.
Want to make a bet?
See that? Well, you'd be really bad if you could erase some of them.
What's Miss Kendra say?
I don't know. She said, "Wow, was something."
Polar bear fell on her, I
He-
guess. I don't know.
he's deleting stuff off of the YouTube.
We might
That's what I said. Wow, till that's just
No.
rude.
No, I'm not deleting nothing off YouTube.
You just said you can't go back and watch it if it's deleted.
Well, in that particular case, I would.
That's why I said wow.
I wouldn't do that.
Weird stuff.
Well, hey
Who's
guys, I'm
deleting
going to
what?
let you go. I got to get
Yeah.
moving.
You bet. All right. See you Saturday. Hopefully,
See ya, AJ.
everything.
Yeah,
ready
thank
for
you guys.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks, AJ.
Yep, see ya.
We're ready to go, Trey.
That's for sure. Ding.
Okay. Yeah, that's. I'm looking forward to that. I'm sure that I can't believe Trout Run. Wow, I won it. They're not too terribly
pulling
far
up there.
apart. Yeah,
No, it's going to cause a little conflict.
It said last weekend. Y'all didn't read the comment.
Oh,
It said last weekend.
okay.
Is there
I'm not
anything
paying
else
attention.
coming up outside of this weekend? Are we starting to run out of events?
Not that
now,
we
or-
know of, just right this minute.
Okay.
Winter, cold weather, snow,
Oh yeah, I
Those
understand. Rain,
Trick or
wind.
treat.
trick or treat.
Yep, trick or treat.
I hope it snows 10 foot this year.
Trick or treat.
No, yeah, I bet you do.
No, 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 no,
I would-
no.
I hope it snows 10 foot every year. I mean, you know,
Not
I
at
just
one
like
time.
what's
Not at one
going on.
time.
He wants that overtime.
why? That's right. The more
10
it
feet
snows, the
rentals
more
are
tractors
pretty
talk
well
about it.
useless.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of pushing snow here on the hills. So.
Oh, I wouldn't be either. But I'm a big fan of getting the money for it.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's my regular snowplow operator doesn't do it anymore, so because he can't.
Mm,
But
that's rough.
yeah,
have a
a lot of
shovel.
things have
All
changed
I
here.
got.
What's that?
So I have a shovel. That's my
Oh, I've
snowplow
got
operator.
I got
Does it have
a
a switch
diesel
on it?
tractor I can
Exactly.
use to plow with.
No shovels.
I got one of them John Deere tractors sitting there in the shop. So
Oh,
push
Lord.
with.
Oh, there you go. Now we know where his loyalty lies.
Have you paid attention to the banner behind you? The shirt I wear, the color of my hair. Is it green and yellow?
But he's got a story behind the story.
There's always a story behind the story.
It's been a good tractor.
That's
Dad
okay.
bought it 20, 25, 30 years ago. I don't know, 2010 diesel, and it runs like a champ. Gets the job done. And we got a New Holland, too.
Ugh. I'd rather drive the John Deere.
It's all good.
That New Holland's
Better-
noisy.
It's better than working the horse.
Yes, it would be better than a horse. I agree.
Yeah, you got that right.
And it's definitely better than a shovel, too.
Yeah. I get it. Now, the people know how to work a horse pretty good. It's just, I take the
Yeah.
tractor.
Before the current vehicles here, it used to be a now it's Chalmers CA. So
Ooh.
that thing got worked, and
Cool.
it didn't.
Wouldn't mind
That
having
was a
fun
little
with
rough. That was rough running around the hayfields with.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
well, I appreciate you two coming on. I wasn't sure if Delmarva was still kicking or not, or I'm just getting on there, everybody's busy.
We've been multitasking in a lot of areas and
That's for sure.
Okay.
missing dates with you and trying to get some work done. And
Almost,
we wanna
almost
get-
missed it.
yeah, we was close. Richard was on an ambulance call just until the last minute. We didn't know. And we got some other things coming up. Like I said, we want to bring this. I got the sled inspector for all of the inspected sleds. He's wanting to come on and talk. We got Paul Crow coming on. He's going to talk about, I give him a small subject. I said that little bit of space between the carburetor and the
Not the magic frost.
the frost
The
zone.
magic frost.
He's going to talk about the frost zone. And so I said, that little area to frost up.
There's a lot going on in that little area.
And then we got these big winter pools coming on. I got some guests that want to come on and talk about them.
And a
of
stock
the winter
tractor?
pools. Huh?
On a
And a
stock
stock-
tractor.
yeah.
Believe it or not, yes, it will frost up on a stock tractor too.
Yes. They do it particularly well,
Yes,
actually.
they do.
So we
They
have
have cakes turned right to ice.
so there's a lot going on in antique tractor pulling. Much that we need to talk about. Pullers need to know, and then go talk about it, see how it affects them, and learn ways to deal with it and move on.
We should probably try to maybe round up Brian and do a big Tunica show on a Delmarva Live.
Oof.
Oh, what show?
A Tunica show?
Tunica show.
How do we get all the way to Tunica?
Or whatever. Hey, you want to get the White Pine Boy? Like I say, you just let me know. Pick a Thursday and make it happen.
Just stop.
Mm-hmm.
What's the matter?
White Pond's a great event. It's
Absolutely, I want to go, but I can't go right now.
Someone is
Any
trying
days.
to convince me to go to White Pines, and I told him I have other things I might have to do this coming weekend.
Does it help to have a chrome shop across the street?
That would help Dad. It wouldn't help me.
Crumb shop.
How about good restaurants?
I mean,
Tennessee. There's all good restaurants in Tennessee.
A lot of good eats in Tennessee.
Oh
You
yeah.
did see I got called out on Facebook earlier today, correct?
I heard something about an L.W. Foster
Yeah, I ain't forgot that.
making mention of wanting you to come down
I
there,
ain't forgot
wanting
that.
to bet with you on something or something.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I ain't forgot that one at all.
There's something brewing.
It's a very good one at that. I give him credit for he gets style points for his call out anyway.
And I heard that Brian Rutroff was pulling his tracks as well the previous week, and well, it's going to be tough down there for somebody. There's some good tractors headed there. They're on Facebook. Their pictures on Facebook right now. Tractors being built and put together. I seen a picture a week ago with nothing but pistons and connecting rods and a crank. They said they're going to be there. Some of these guys are working.
Did
Yeah.
you see DJ's tractor
I seen
in
DJ.
6 million pieces talking about making it white ponds?
I seen one of them apart more than that.
What is the date for
coming
White
out-
Pine? That's coming up real quick, isn't it? November.
Coming from Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Wow.
Yeah. There'll be Oklahoma tractors in White Pine. There'll be Michigan tractors in White Pine. There will be Florida tractors in White Pine. They will be there. Oh, yeah. And the announcer, he'll be there from Washington State. And I think he might bring a tractor.
Oh my.
Yes.
Oh my.
Yeah. So when you go to White Pine, you will see something.
Yeah, something like this.
Huh. All right. We're good.
Okay. Excuse me.
Thanks for having us on, Jared.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming on, guys. I was starting to get worried about you. You guys weren't.
Well, we
I know
was
everybody's
conversing. We was conversing, but we didn't have clear slates yet to say yes, we could go. It managed to work out.
Perfect. Hopefully,
Look
we
at your
can get another
messenger.
show here soon. So look at my messenger.
Look at your messenger, JR.
That worries me. Oh,
Yeah, just open your messenger.
what's that supposed to do?
Well, I mean, it's supposed to let you see his post, but I guess it ain't gonna work.
Hold on, this opening.
The link
finally.
works when I click it. The link works when I click it.
Yeah, it opened.
Now you got it, huh?
Yeah, boy, that was pretty slick.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I told
Wow.
you he gets style points for it at the very least.
It's pretty
At
good.
the very least, he gets style points.
Hey, you got to have a little bit of pecking fun too, right? That's cool.
I-
That's good stuff right there.
The stories are normally better than the pulls,
No doubt. All right,
especially
kiddos.
depending on who's telling the story.
Good storytellers are priceless.
Especially depending on who's telling the story.
Somebody can keep the true facts, but a good storyteller does not worry about that detail.
Small detail.
Never let the facts get in the way of a good story.
Don't ruin
There
a
you
good
go.
story with facts.
Small
One way to look
detail
at
and
it.
imminent death.
All right,
All
you
right.
guys work on some stuff and let me know, and we'll get something rounded up for you. And
All right. Thank you.
you bet. Thank you for coming on. Appreciate it.
Mhm.
You getting done farming yet? Getting close? Okay. Anyway, Kendra.
Oof.
What was I- yeah, you're going to be leaving soon for
For
Georgia, yes. Georgia.
yeah, Georgia.
Georgia.
Yeah, we'll leave next Thursday.
Uh-oh. Okay.
So
Well-
the status pending on it'll depend on how much stuff I get done early in the week
That's
as to
fine.
whether I can come on for a Wednesday show.
Show pending for next Wednesday. We'll see. We'll probably try to have something from Silens Grove at least, and maybe some other people that decide to maybe go to Trout Run or something. We'll figure something out for next Wednesday. If not, we'll go from there. So definitely after. I'm sure you'll have
Yep.
plenty to tell
Oh,
us
yeah.
in Diesels and Dark Corners. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell you all the stories I can legally tell you about. I mean,
And Nicole said we will hopefully have a new pool coming up next year as well. That's cool. Good deal. I'm sorry, I'm reading some of the posts I missed here. Williams Grove is Saturday too. Yes, that was brought up, Nicole. Yep, Owen mentioned that. Okay. Okay. With that said, like, subscribe, share. Please hit that thumbs up and keep an eye out for Delmarva Live. It sounds like we're going to have a show coming up real soon. And we always have a good, interesting tech segment and stuff. So lots going on. Yeah, there's still a lot of antique pulling going on. Now we're moving indoors, and we'll have to come up with something to really get on R2 here. So keep him straight. But anyway. Without slinging any weights on the track, folks, we will definitely try to have a show next Wednesday. If not, it'll be the following week. And again, I say we'll have a Delmarva show coming soon. So good luck to all the antique pullers going out there this weekend. Safe travels. And hopefully we'll see you next Wednesday. See ya.
bye.
Be right back, guys. See you backstage.